Grab your bourbon and brace yourself. Welcome to Bourbons and Blindsides, the podcast where we pour strong drinks and unpack even stronger drama. I'm Public, joined by Bond, and we're the host with the hot takes and zero chill. Tonight we're diving into the blindsides that left us screaming, the backstabs, the fake outs, the eliminations nobody saw coming, all while we sip something smooth and brown. No confessionals needed, just real talk, real whiskey, and the kind of twists that make reality TV legendary. Pour up, folks, because the drama is about to blindside you. Let's go. What a damn episode. Like these tribals where we go into it and we have no idea who's getting voted out. I mean, it doesn't get old.
No clue. Is it? I guess Christmas is not canceled.
Christmas is not canceled. We'll say that for Big Brother, maybe. Like a third time. Oh man. Great episode though. I loved it. Before the episode, we both kind of put together a list of where we thought everybody stood in the game. And at the end, we're gonna see how everything changed pre-swap. But
it changed.
It changed a lot. It changed a lot. Changed a lot for me too. So it starts off with Devins and Christian back at camp playing up Christian's fall, and I mean this is all for naught, right? I mean, but yeah. Christian, the best part of this whole thing is Christian's like, one day my son's gonna see this. He's gonna want to commit grand larceny like his dad. What the fuck? This dude's
grand larceny that no one will ever notice.
They went to tribal today. Nobody picked up on it.
And did Christian even remember? Because he didn't mention it or look down or anything. I don't know.
He was sitting in Devin's spot, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Where Devin sat last week. Oh man, that was Christian character.
I hope he's around for a while.
Absolutely. And they get the tree mail that says the tree mail. I believe it said it was rewards. That's what the tree mail said.
Yeah, it said something about some will be richer or some will be poorer, I think. And then Emily clocked that it was a swap. Yeah, Emily nailed it. And then so Christian's like, oh, we need to get to protecting the idol that we gave Aubrey, and so he goes around and starts talking to everybody. So he tells Devins about it, and then Christian's just like scheming like hell. His wheels are moving. Oh yeah.
And what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say about how he wanted to say that Rick's the one that found it.
Yeah.
And not kind of keep the scent off of him, and then he's going to act surprised about it.
And he talked Devins into it. Devins was all for it. He's like, I'm game. This is such a bad move, but this is why Devins, we'll get to it later. I mean, he's no chance to win, but we didn't see much of him today, but he's an entertaining fellow. And then so then he goes to Suri and tells Suri about it.
Yep. And
this Suri's just a social butterfly again. Like she just pulling in all the information.
Yep. And
then wants to tell Emily, but speaking of social butterfly, she's talking to everybody around camp and you can't get her alone. So they get to the tribe swap. Jeff tells them they're swapping tribes, and Christian's like, oh shit, really got to tell Emily in case she's on a different tribe.
We do it on the mat right
He whispers in her ear, and Emily gets salty.
She didn't like that at all.
Pissed off. And man, then Jeff does a little rap telling them to drop their buffs. What'd you think about his freestyle skills? I guess it wasn't freestyle, but
I just wrote down one thing. I said, why is Jeff rapping? I know the fans did not vote for this. There's no way.
No way. No, I didn't even realize that the fans voted for the swap this early. I didn't realize that was an option.
Yeah.
I didn't do any voting. Did you vote?
No, I did. I should have, but I didn't.
So I guess that's why. I mean, but really, this really shook up the game, as we'll get into later. It really put things a lot better. And so then Charlie's acts like he's pissed off at the fans.
Yeah.
He goes on this long rant about how it's not cool and all that stuff. And then Christian just calls him out of nowhere. He's like, what'd you vote for? Christian's like, yeah, I voted for the
Yep.
What thought that was another, like, Christian's just, he's still in this season so far. It makes me worried. I don't think that they would give him they would come on this strong if he won with the winners at it.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely like taking all the. I mean, maybe they would, but. And then so we talked about at the end of the pod last week, as soon as we found out it was tribe swap, we said Joe and Coach, like, if they end up on the same tribe, they will be in heaven. And sure enough, not only Joe and Coach, but they get the other good old boy, Colby.
Yep. That's a match made in heaven for those three.
Absolutely. They immediately start the Good Old Boys Club. I don't know if they named their alliance, but that's what it should be called, the Good Old Boys Club. And then they bring in Chrissy for the numbers, another old timer. And then Coach, I get what he was doing. I don't know how well he handled it. We didn't really see the fallout from it because this tribe didn't go to tribal, but he brings in Chrissy to tell her to like calm down a little bit. But the way he did really like sent her over the edge. She gets real emotional. And then not only that, but he does exactly what he doesn't want her to do. She goes straight to the girls.
Yeah.
And so, like, if she joins up with them, they have this bonding moment. Then all of a sudden, Coach, Joe, and Colby, they're on the outs.
Well, the good thing for Coach is, and maybe they just didn't show it, but what they showed on the screen is when she was telling them, she didn't mention anything about Coach telling her that. She just talked about, every time I go on here, people just tend to not like me. She didn't throw Coach under the bus at all from what we saw.
True.
So
that is true. And then later in the confessional, she does say that she really appreciates that Coach brought that to her attention and things like that. But I mean, it really could have went the other way for Coach.
It could have gone real bad,
especially since she went straight to the girls. And I mean, Colby already doesn't have a vote.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're already 3-3, looking at 3-3 best case scenario.
Yep.
And then let's see, and then so immediately D back at the island, back in the other tribe, starts talking about Suri, how Suri's the social butter, or how dangerous Suri is, and then she gets with Jonathan, and they start talking about it, and so it seems like Suri might not be in as good of a position as she was.
Yeah, which they're right. That's exactly what anyone that's on Suri's tribe should be saying.
Exactly.
Everything they're saying is exactly 100% true.
Exactly, and that's kind of what Jenna, was it Jenna from that first boot?
Yeah.
That's what she was trying to tell them. Yeah, and then Suri kind of worked her way through it. So it'll be interesting to see how Suri plays this once it comes down to it, if she's ever in danger. But
it's gonna be tougher for her on this tribe.
I forgot all about this until the end of the episode. Ozzy gave her that extra vote. So Suri has Ozzy's extra vote. I forgot all about that until the end of the episode.
Too. Yeah.
And then I think that affects Ozzy giving her that extra vote. I think affects how the tribal played out tonight.
Yeah.
But, then Mike White, like, he's already in a great position, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think both me and you both agree, like, he's probably, one of the front runners to win this season. And then he gets put on a tribe with two former
tribe mates,
tribe mates,
friends.
And friends. And then not only that, but then I guess he knows Ozzy from LA.
I didn't know that.
He knows Ozzy from outside the game, so I mean, he's protected on all sides.
Yeah,
like
he had it good, but then I started to get a little worried for him when Emily was talking to Q and Stephanie. It looked like she might side with them.
Yeah. So that's Emily, the star number 2 of this episode.
Yeah.
she, like you said, she at first she was with one side, and Q and them try to pull her in, and then she's like, well, I don't know if I like Q. And then she goes back to she spills everything about what Christian told her.
Yeah.
And, everything about Aubrey's idol. Spills all to the other side, and then goes to and like
tells Christian, I messed up.
A recourse. Is like, I think I did something wrong, and I want to go back to Christian.
His reaction in his confessionals.
Oh man,
he was just like, "No, it's supposed to be a secret."
And he's right. Now everybody's going to know. Everybody knows that Aubrey has the idol except for Aubrey's tribe.
Yeah.
Nobody that had that information that Aubrey has the idol made it to that tribe somehow. It's insane.
Yeah.
He did all this planning, all this manipulating,
I know.
all the strategizing, only to find out that nobody went with Aubrey. And then so like we said, Emily spilled the beans on Christian, and then a lot of Emily just sinking her ship with all this just diarrhea, and nobody really held it against her just because she ended up being the swing vote this week. But I mean, going forward,
yeah, while this was happening, I thought she was the swing vote, and then I remembered Q doesn't have a vote.
Yeah, but he didn't tell anybody. Q was the only one on the only one. I think Stephanie might know that he doesn't have a vote, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But it's just Q and Stephanie. Ozzy doesn't, Ozzy does too, actually, because that was
because he was at the same.
Yeah, because he was there. So
yeah,
that it's starting to make more sense when we get to the end. But so Emily told Christian about the idol. Christian gets upset, and then. But then Christian says, I forgive you, and then Emily had already talked to Angelina at this point, and she said like she wants to work with Angelina. I guess they hash things out and everything is good. And so this tribe's flipping like crazy already. Like Batu immediately turned into the new Sela.
Like, all over the place.
You might have changed your color from orange to purple, Christian and Emily, but you didn't change the dynamics of the tribe.
So still going to tribal, still chaos.
Obviously, this was just Christian and Emily the first 2 weeks that just had everything going crazy.
Yeah.
Mainly Emily, I think. But so what are your thoughts at this point on?
So yeah, up to this point, I thought I wasn't sure what Emily was going to end up doing, but at the end, at the end of this point, it seemed like, all right, she's back in with Christian and them, but then Ozzy's got an idol, and if she already has talked to them, and then they're going to find out who's going out, which later we thought Mike screwed up, but it wasn't enough to make Ozzy use his idol.
But she doesn't know that Ozzy has an idol, right? No, because the only ones that know that are like Q. Q knows that. No, did Q tell? Did Q tell her that Ozzy had the idol?
No, I don't think.
I don't remember if he told her that whenever he was trying to bring her in or not.
I don't think anyone knows he has it at his tribe, right?
Q and them do, because was it?
Did he tell him?
Where'd the idol come from? Because that was Genevieve sent it to him,
right?
Oh,
that's right. That's right. Oh, yeah, because Q said, "Did you get the idol?" Yeah.
Yeah.
So Q and Stephanie and them know.
And then so we go to Kalo, and immediately, and first shot at Kalo, it's Genevieve everywhere.
Yeah,
making deals with everyone.
Telling them about Aubrey.
And tell them she wants Aubrey gone. But and then no one on this tribe has the information that Aubrey has the idol. And as Genevieve is going through and telling everybody, the last person she tells is Tiffany.
Yeah, well, that wasn't good because Tiffany likes Aubrey apparently.
Yeah, who secretly wants to work with Aubrey, and she runs this information right to Aubrey. So now Aubrey's in the game.
Yeah,
like Aubrey's got an idol. She's got an ally. Like this is, I mean, the tribe swap did her wonders.
It did. She can protect herself for a week for a tribal, but it seems like it's just her and Tiffany. So we'll see how far that goes.
I don't know, man. I think when it comes down to it and it goes to tribal, I think Genevieve, like, she took a hit on my rankings today with just kind of, you can't go to every single part. I mean, it's gonna start flowing. Like, oh yeah,
the thing is though, the other people she went to, like Colby and Joe, I think they were already going to be on board with Aubrey anyway. So the fact that it was Aubrey she was talking about was okay. Her problem is she might get idled out because they might all vote next time. Vote for
her. That's what I was thinking too. Whenever that was going to happen. Too.
Yeah, she'll get like 2 votes or something and be gone.
Yeah. And then Rizzo starts showing the tribe that he can speak Albanian. And then it goes straight to the RIZO God shit.
RZGOD, baby.
Oh man, I was like, I hated to see that.
Yeah.
And then he misplays because he starts talking up Maria or asking what's his name?
Asking Charlie about Maria.
Charlie.
Asking if they still talk.
About Maria if they still talk. And this is kind of foreshadowing. Survivor did a really good job of foreshadowing this because it was kind of like it was dropped at that point. And then, it goes back to then they have a conversation one-on-one where Rizzo wants to work with Charlie. And Charlie's like, yeah, that's good. And then it goes straight to a Charlie confessional, like, this dude voted out his best friend. Like, granted, he hadn't seen this season. He didn't realize that, like, Savannah was the one that he, like, worked with all season.
Yeah.
But
from what he knows.
With the information at hand.
Sophie was his number one.
Yeah.
He voted for Savannah to win instead.
Even though Savannah was really his number one, right?
I mean, they played as a threesome for most of the season, really.
And it was like him and Savannah just kind of carrying the load mainly.
Definitely.
And then
but so he told Charlie when he was explaining those boomerangs to Charlie, he told him that Genevieve sent one to Ozzy. So Charlie knows that Ozzy has an idol now.
Yep, I think everybody by this point is gonna probably, every tribe has information that Ozzy has an idol at this point. So like they're gonna have to, I think before merge, once it gets down to merge, then you're gonna see more people like Jonathan and Ozzy come under fire because you don't want to let them get to individual immunity.
Yeah.
And let them
just start running through the challenges.
Yeah, and then you got to get them out while you can, while it's tribal immunity.
Yep.
And then we get to the challenge, and it's the challenge with the collar.
Yeah. We haven't seen this in a while, have we? Or did they do it?
It's been a few seasons at least. I don't remember the last time we had it, but Christian, Chrissy, and Camilla are the callers. And, Vatu, like, Christian gets them out to an early, decent start.
Yeah.
But that was it. Like, he was watching it. I don't know. Like, I would get confused if I was blindfolded too, listening to Christian's directions.
Oh yeah,
because they were doing what he was saying, and they were going the completely wrong.
They had way. When it was Ozzy got the ring off the tall pole, right, and then it like kind of flew out way in front of him, and then Christian goes, "Go right." Like,
that's.
I was like, for a second,
right let him off course.
I thought he was going to send him back to him without the ring. And I was like, they're about to be screwed, but they did pick it up. That was looking bad for a second.
But Camilla is on fire in this challenge. Like,
this was her challenge. This is what she's good at.
Through it. Yeah. Blasted through it. And this is the difference between Camilla and Christian. Like, I mean, they're both really, really intelligent, but like Christian's like almost genius level. And whenever you're on that level, it's hard to put yourself in a position where you can speak to where others can understand what you're trying to portray.
You know what you want to say, but you don't know how to tell people.
Yeah, because you're thinking at a different wavelength. And so I think that was some of Christian's downfall in this challenge. And then but Camilla, like, you can tell, I don't know what team building exercises that she does, but I mean, she really, like, the pro at it. Like, she had done this before.
Oh yeah,
led her team right to the end, and then the puzzle, it wasn't even close.
The puzzle they blew through. I mean, I knew she was good at puzzles, but I didn't know she would be that good at telling two blindfolded people to how to put it together. Because that's not easy. That can't be easy.
Not at all. And they made it look easy. Like, they just stormed through it. Like, she was.
Yeah, she's like, all right, take this piece, put it here, flip it, put it in this. And they were just doing it, bang, bang, bang. They knocked that thing out quick. And then Christian's team. Their puzzle. I don't even know what they were doing. They had pieces on there that didn't look like.
It's just one of those things where he can't explain it. Like, he just struggled with that part, and then so Vatu, for the first time, goes to tribal, which is the third time for some of the people on Vatu. The first time for Vatu, and the first time that the Orange Tribe, Sela, gets immunity and isn't it tribal.
Yep. And they get Flint. which they don't
they
need.
get Flint. Yeah, they already had the fire, and then like how Sari kind of took credit. Like she didn't say that Christian was the one that got it started. Just like Christian,
she said we started with my glasses.
But started with my glasses. Yeah, my glasses started the fire. She didn't mention anything about Christian. And then they go back to camp. Batu and Christian's taking full accountability, beating himself up, and then all of a sudden it just changes. He's like, okay, never mind. I'm not gonna beat myself up too bad.
Yeah.
And then it goes to Mike White telling Stephanie directly, I'm voting for you tonight.
Yeah. I was like, what is he doing? Ozzy's sitting right there. Ozzy's just gonna play the idol on her. I was like, crazy.
But yeah, that was but he doesn't know Ozzy has the idol. But
no, he definitely doesn't. But Ozzy was sitting there saying it and just listening to what he was saying. I was like,
yeah,
this is not good. This is gonna go real bad. And then later he was like, now we're really gonna vote for Q. I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be real good.
That was very, very strategic on his part.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
This is a time where they don't know that they have the numbers yet, because they know that they have the what is it, the Giants and
David versus Goliath.
David versus Goliath. the David versus Goliath 3, and then they hadn't really pulled in Emily firmly yet, and who knows if they ever will. But
no one will pull Emily firmly ever.
So yeah, Mike tells them that he wants Q, but to tell the trio that they're voting for Stephanie.
Yeah.
And then here comes Emily being wishy-washy again.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what she's gonna do. And at this point, I'm like, it's gonna be whoever talks to her last.
Yeah.
The last person to talk to her is how she's gonna be voting. And you don't really see this as much on Survivor as you see this on Big Brother.
It happens all the time on Big Brother.
All the time on Big Brother, but this is kind of one of the first times I've seen it this bad on Survivor.
Yeah, imagine if Emily went on Big Brother.
I think she'd be great, honestly.
Yeah, maybe.
She'd probably be really, really good on Big Brother.
Yeah, just telling everybody everything.
Yeah.
We need her on the next season.
So then Q has an interesting strategy. Q wants to play the game.
Interesting is one way to say it.
And this isn't the first time he's done this.
No.
But this is the first time he's done it without meaning it. He tells Mike White, he's like directly, he's like, vote for me.
Yep. I want to get a vote off of Stephanie because I don't have a vote. So I need less votes on Stephanie. well, Stephanie definitely got less votes. Congratulations.
Which made sense in a way, but yeah,
I could see his point.
I could see it, but
never tell anyone to vote for you.
Yeah, especially whenever I mean, it didn't affect him because it's what they were planning on doing anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, especially when you don't know, like that he's going to go back and tell the people that he's working with, how he's going to vote. It's not like he's going to keep it a secret.
Yeah,
that was kind of.
Then he told
the airhead moment for me, but
yeah, and he told Mike he had an extra vote. Which
he did tell Mike he had an
extra vote. It
didn't
seem to stick. I don't think anyone believed it.
Yep. And then Emily says voting for Q would be delicious.
Yeah.
But first she wants to take it to Ozzy.
Yeah.
This is where I'm like, I don't know what this girl's doing.
I thought this was bad. This was not good right here when she was doing this. I didn't have any hope for this.
I think it actually is going to work out though, because being up front with Ozzy, I think it influenced how Ozzy voted, and he feels like he can trust her. Like Ozzy, it can give them a trio at the end instead of just having the duo or lying to him, and then Ozzy just feeling like he's on the bottom.
Yeah, and it worked apparently because Ozzy voted Q out.
It did work. And then my favorite part of the episode was Emily says she needs to listen to what everyone else is telling her this time instead of going with her gut. Like the whole season, you've been listening to what everybody else has said after saying what you felt, and then you've easily changed your mind.
That's what going with her gut is always changing her mind. That's the problem.
I think that's it. I think you're right. So then we go to tribal. No, don't know who's going home. Have a strong feeling it's Q, but Emily, you never can tell.
Yeah, and I didn't know if there was going to be some idol play or what was going to happen here.
And then Jeff with an asshole move to open up tribal just starts talking about food.
Like Mike was getting pissed.
He's like, shut
He's
the
like, come
hell
on,
up, Jeff.
bro. What are you doing? Then Jeff's like, all right, popcorn. What? He's like, don't talk about any food.
They
Christian is,
they
oh, wait, this later.
they finally get to talking, and Mike White goes on this long metaphor, and right before he finishes, Christian's like, can I interrupt?
Sure.
Oh my
Jeff says,
God,
Christian,
man.
anytime you can interrupt one of the greatest storytellers we have, you should do it.
Oh man. And Christian, like, he just had to butt in, but afterwards you could tell he felt like 2 feet tall afterwards after
He's like,
checking it. And then so he interrupts it, and then Jeff, this is where I really thought that Ozzy wasn't going to flip, because Jeff brings up how Ozzy has been to every tribal, and then Ozzy goes into the context saying, hopefully we push out the losing.
yeah, he wants to make the tribe stronger.
Yeah, and that made me think, like,
Yeah, voting
this.
Q out's not
I
going to do
think
that.
I think we're gonna get 3-3 tie, and then I was thinking, well, Emily's probably gonna flip, because Emily's probably gonna flip after the tiebreaker vote, because that's what Emily does, and so it'll
Yeah.
still be Q going home. But I thought we were at least gonna get the tie.
Yeah.
But then we get to the votes, and it's 5-1 Q. Q voted out.
It's another unanimous vote.
Another unanimous vote. So
3 in a row.
Ozzy ended up voting with Emily and the 3.
Yep.
And I think this is because he knew that Q didn't have a vote, and that it was just to kind of keep Emily in his pocket. I think Ozzy has said earlier in the season that he's going to play a more like strategic game, and I think this is signs of that. I think this is taking steps in that direction.
Yeah, if he votes out Angelina, Q still goes home and he's on the wrong side of the vote.
Yep. And he knows he doesn't have the votes, and he doesn't want to push too hard. He doesn't want to push Emily too hard, because then she's going to realize that, they have a 3 and that she's number 4, and she's still going to vote for Q. And so he kind of felt like he was in a no-win situation. And so I think this is Ozzy. I'm tired of hearing it this season, but it's Ozzy 2.0. Yeah. Everybody says they're 2.0 or 3.0, 4.0. It's Ozzy 2.0. New Ozzy.
New it only, what is it? Is this his fourth season on? It's only took 4 times to switch it up a little bit.
Only took 4 times. Speaking of switching it up a little bit, we did some rankings.
They're obsolete now.
On where we thought people are. You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I can go.
Okay.
Well, do you want to just go like each category first?
Yeah, we can do that.
We'll both do like, what do you want to start with? Good spot?
Yeah, we'll start with the good spot. Who'd you have in your good spot?
All right. So in my good spot before tonight, I had Stephanie, Mike White, Christian, Suri, and Jonathan.
All right. And how do you think that's changed after tonight?
Stephanie's not in a good spot anymore. She's the low person on her tribe. Mike White's still in a good spot. Christian is still in a good spot. Suri is not in as good of a spot anymore as she was. She could be in a bad spot. And Jonathan, I think, is still in a good spot. He's probably in a better spot than he was before.
I'd agree with all that. I think I was a little. We'll get to where I had Jonathan at in a little bit, but I only had 3 of my in good spots. I had Mike White, Suri, and Christian. So we agreed on those 3, all 3 of those, and I still think Mike White and Christian are in a good spot. Suri, I wouldn't say she's in a bad spot yet. We still got to see how she can get through it, like how she can navigate the waters. The waters are definitely a lot muddier for her this week than they were last week after this tribe swap.
Definitely.
And then sneaky floaters. Who did you have as your sneaky floaters?
This is going to be messed up. I had Charlie, Genevieve, Aubrey, and Camilla. I had Charlie because we hadn't really seen a lot from him.
Yeah, he finally got some confessionals today.
Yeah, he's not a sneaky floater anymore. Well,
I still think he
could be, because the thing with Rizzo and him,
that was just our side. Like, we're the only ones that seen that. So I still think he's kind of in that floater game.
Genevieve is not sneaky floater anymore. She's gone to everyone and told them where she stands. So she's not in a terrible spot, but she's not in a great spot, I don't think. Aubrey. The only reason I have Aubrey here is because, well, I had her here before because she had an idol that no one knew about. People know about it now,
but
not necessarily people on her tribe.
Yeah.
So she in her current tribe, she's still a sneaky floater. Camilla, is probably less sneaky floater now after the competition today, the challenge, but not too far off of that.
Yeah, she hasn't been in a position to be assertive yet, and so
Yeah.
like I agree with you. On mine, we had two of the same, except I had D as my third one. I had Camilla, Genevieve, and D as my sneaky floaters. I think Camilla is still on that borderline of sneaky floater, maybe in a good spot. It just depends. It's hard to tell whenever she hasn't been to a tribal, like on how the dynamics play in her tribe. But I think she's in a pretty decent spot now.
Yeah.
Genevieve definitely took a hit for me today. Like,
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think you know, you can't go around making deals with everybody. Can't,
right.
Just not something you can do. And then D, I think this tribe swap actually worked out for her. She might be moving closer to that good spot.
Yeah.
Good spot area.
I agree with that.
With her and Jonathan. I mean, that's a formidable duo on that if they can keep that going in that tribe.
Yeah.
Her and Jonathan over there. And
All
then
right.
we got rough or unclear path, and put in parentheses, not enough screen time.
Yeah. I had Colby in an unclear path. Colby, Tiffany, D, and Emily. Colby is in a much better path now, with his new tribe mates, with his boys, Joe and Coach. Tiffany, still a little unclear. We didn't get much from her the two previous episodes. Now we know where she's at. She's with Aubrey. May still be a rough path. D is no longer in a rough, unclear path. She's in a good spot, I think. And then Emily, things are going to remain unclear with Emily the entire season.
Emily's still unclear.
Emily is always going to be unclear.
I had Colby just because he didn't have a vote. That's the only reason I had him here, and I still think that he's going to kind of remain here just because of that. I think he's in a lot better position this week now that his main allies have votes and he doesn't. Yeah. I think that helps protect him a little bit more. Tiffany, like you said, she just hasn't had much screen time. She had a little dose of it today. Yeah. But Stephanie, I had as a rough or unclear spot, and I think her position has definitely gotten worse. Jonathan, I had here, and I think he, along with D, are moving up. But the reason I had Jonathan here, I thought he's playing a good game. But it gets to the point with Jonathan and Ozzy where, these guys that are going to beast out these competitions before merge, I don't think both these guys are making merge. I don't know. I mean, we might not have both. Might not have either make merge. I think they're going to be, once we get closer to merge, they're going to be like, we got to take a shot at this guy.
Yeah, their saving graces could be, for whatever reason, and it's probably less likely to happen on a season with all returnees, but there's a guy that they gotta get out, guy or girl that's like super good at comps. They gotta get him out. Then something else happens, and they're like, oh, we need to get this person out.
That's true.
For whatever reason it changes. But with this cast, it may not. But Ozzy's got his idol, so he could. I don't know how many are going to be. This is a bigger cast. I don't know how many are going to be on the jury, or if it's going to be the same as a normal one.
So yeah, I mean, we're still quite a ways away from merge. And then Charlie was my last one that I had in a rough or unclear spot, just because he hasn't gotten screen time. I don't think enough happened today. I mean, he had a little bit more screen time today with the Christian stuff, and then a little bit of the Rizzo stuff. I mean, we know he exists now, which a lot of people probably didn't before. Like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
But I still think he's kind of in an unclear spot right now.
And he was he on D season? No, he was with Q.
I'm not sure.
No, he was with Q.
Was he with Q?
Yeah.
All right, and then entertaining but unlikely to win.
All right, so the first one I had on here was Q. Well, we know he's very unlikely now. Coach, Ozzy, Devins, and Rizzo. I still think they're all entertaining and unlikely. Coach improved his standing a little more today. Devins is the definition of entertaining, but but unlikely.
Unlikely to win.
Yeah.
He'll go along with anything
Yeah.
manipulative. Like
Yeah.
he's all
He's
for
always
it.
trying to scheme. But I think they're all probably of Q, Coach, Ozzy, Devins, and Rizzo. Obviously, Q's not anymore, but I think the rest probably still are.
I think we had the exact same list. By the way, this is the only category we had the exact same list, and I think the only one I would drop out of this one is Rizzo.
Yeah.
I think Rizzo has moved from entertaining but unlikely to win. I don't think this tribe swap did him any favors, especially now that he has somebody that's after him, like that wants him out of the game. And so I think that kind of drops him out to our last category, no shot at winning.
No
Who do
shot.
you have with your no shot at winning?
Angelina, Joe, and Chrissy. I still think Angelina and Chrissy have no shot. Joe probably doesn't. He'll probably get targeted, but he's definitely in a way better spot than he was. He really had no shot in his last tribe, but now he has an opportunity to go farther. So I would pull him out of that no shot category now.
And then I had Aubrey. She improved a little bit for me today. Like she gave us something today. But I had her at the no shot at winning. Emily still there. Like, sorry, like you're like actually I think I want to move her to entertaining but unlikely to win now. Like just how Emily is. And then Chrissy, I had it no shot at winning, and then Angelina. But I think Angelina might be in a little better spot. I don't think she can win.
She's definitely in a better spot than she was before.
She's definitely in a better spot than she was before. But she's also at the bottom of that threesome though.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know. Do you think
Christian? Well, Mike and Angelina.
Mike and Angelina are a little closer than Christian. So I mean, she might have dramatically improved her spot.
Yeah, and if they get towards the end and Mike's in a position to take one of them to the end, I definitely think he would take Angelina, not just because of relationships, because he would have a better shot at beating her in the end.
Angelina's not getting many jury votes,
nah.
if any. But man, this season of Survivor is really shaping up to be a good one. We didn't get much tea for this next episode, did we?
No, they just showed Zach. I guess Zach Brown's going to be there doing what? I don't know.
Zach Brown. We're gonna have a Zach Brown immunity idol.
Yeah, he might have an idol coming up, or he's going to play a little. Maybe that's the reward. They get to see Zach Brown play a little personal island show or something.
Maybe that wouldn't be Survivor-ish though. You can't give them give up the goods that early. It's a little early for that kind of reward, right?
Yeah, you would think. But then the only thing of substance they showed was, I think it was Genevieve saying Dragon Slayer on one of the things. So either she's mocking Coach or working with him, and he did something good. Yeah.
So maybe we got some Coach trouble next week.
Either that or Coach doing something awesome and Genevieve liked it. I don't know, one of the two.
Possible. Either way, there's no telling with her. I really like her. I really liked her gameplay up until this week, but this week kind of, I don't know. She might be in trouble.
I still have hopes for her to do well. I think she could be okay with that group, the group of honest and loyal guys. We'll see.
But she's definitely on the bottom of them, though. And like you said, her biggest thing is getting idled out. But if you're Aubrey and Tiffany, I know that Genevieve has said that she wanted to go for Aubrey to Tiffany. But if you're Aubrey and Tiffany, if you're gonna take that shot with the idol, like, are you really going after Genevieve with those three guys there?
Yeah, you got to split them up.
Yeah, you're probably taking a shot at them, so she might even survive that, and so she might be able to kind of float through that as well. Even though it just depends, like, because she has said directly to Aubrey's biggest ally that she's after Aubrey.
Yeah.
So we'll see what gets in the way there. But Aubrey's a pretty smart player, though. As much as not a fan of hers, but like she does play pretty smart.
Yeah, she's smart. She knows the game. She can get a little emotional about it sometimes, but I don't know. We'll see. I wonder how the tribes are going to shake out before the merge. I wonder if they're going to split it again with 3 or go down to 2 at some point before they merge.
Maybe they'll go to 4. Somebody start a brand new camp 15 days in.
We get the 16 people to go four tribes of 4 or something. The last tribe has to just go out on some random beach that doesn't have anything on it.
But I kind of like that though. If they split them up like that, it's because so often you get where it's not going to be so much in the returnee season this season, but like in regular seasons, everybody kind of sticks with their try, or a lot of times, sometimes you get the flip.
Yeah, tribal lines at the merge.
Yeah, and so I mean, if you're in like 3 different tribes, which tribe do you stick with?
Yeah.
And so I think it provides for better gameplay and not just kind of hoping somebody flips or getting that person to flip. And
yeah, it does help for that.
All right, on to House of Villains, episode 4. What a train wreck
the show, man.
And I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh man,
it's what this show is. What? How can I say this? People that make fun of reality TV need to watch this show and just be like, oh, they're self-aware. They're making fun of themselves the way we want to make fun of them. And it's hilarious.
They know their purpose and they're here to put on it. I mean, they're putting on a great show. This is by far, I've liked the previous seasons of the show, but this season is by far my favorite.
Yeah, the cast, the mix of the cast they put together has been really good.
It's been really, really good. So we start off this week with Tyson and Tom realizing that Paul and Johnny can't be trusted, but they don't mention Ashley in this. Like Ashley Millionaire Mitchell is just kind of slipping through the radar here. They think they still have Ashley.
No one ever has Ashley. If they've ever watched the challenge, they would well for a night. We'll see.
And then so Johnny puts Plain Jane, New York, and who was the third one he put on the hit list? Kate.
Kate, yeah.
Plain Jane, New York, and Kate on the hit list, and he wants Kate out bad.
Plain Jane went off on.
Oh man, got so bad at Paul. They're so bad.
Paul. That's what
and Paul, like the first couple episodes, was like Plain Jane's biggest ally.
Yeah, they up until that point, I think they were.
And then definitely hurt and lashed out big time.
Yeah, Paul's like, what? Why is he mad at me? I'm not even the one. But I think
it's probably because they're both. They were close because they're both Eastern European heritage, right?
Yeah.
Because he's Russian and Paul's Armenian.
Yeah.
And then I think that's why they got probably a little bit why they got so close. And then it kind of hurt worse, maybe just kind of. But then Johnny comparing Sandoval to a snake, that pissed Sandoval off. Paul got so mad.
I think
I'm not the snake. Paul's the snake.
I think a lot of people would call Sandoval a snake. I don't know why he's acting all surprised about it.
Absolutely.
And even before he was on House of Villains.
And then you get the New York and Drita fight.
Any fight with Drita in it, I love.
Whenever Drita's in there talking to Kate, and they're just having a talk. And New York's in the bathroom, and Drita's like, "Yeah, you can come in here, New York." And New York's like, "This is my damn bedroom. Of course I can come in here, Drita."
Drita's like, "You want me to pop off? You ain't seen nothing pop off." And then she she rattled off a list of expletives that if this show wasn't on Peacock, if it was like still on, what was it on? VH1 or whatever it was.
It was on VH1 last year, yeah.
They would have had a 3-minute long just beep.
Oh man. Drita's good TV, man.
Oh yeah.
Good TV. Everybody is though. And then Johnny targeting Kate and trying to pull everybody into I'm in charge. I'm the guy. But dude, you don't have a vote. You're not in charge at all.
Yeah.
Actually, you just make the nominations.
Yeah.
And then who was it that said this? Somebody told Paul. Oh, Kate. Kate tells Paul. Paul's got his outfit ready for the ceremony. He comes in there and Kate's like, "Don't worry, Paul. I'll never dress like you." Oh, that had me rolling. Kate and her one-liners, man.
I know. She's good.
Time.
Nobody's dressed like Paul since the 90s.
No, absolutely not. Unless you're going to a rave, you do not dress like Paul.
Like, even Joel McKay called him out for keeping Hot Topic in business.
And he's like, I got these clothes at Hot Topic.
We know.
And so they have the Know Thy Face redemption challenge. This was an epic challenge.
That was weird.
So do you think? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's too easy to just eliminate the guys, or get those right away. Because Johnny's got the beard, and then Paul's got the bigger beard, and then like Plain Jane said, they could tell Tom by his chin implant. But it seems like the guys would have been easy to get right off the bat, and then you just got to work out the girls, which obviously was going to be a little bit harder. But apparently Ashley also had a little bit of a beard going on too.
Oh man, Plain Jane was killing me with that.
Yeah,
killing me. And then everybody mixed up Drita and Christine.
Yeah.
Who feels better? Does Drita feel better about that, or does Christine feel worse?
Christine probably feels worse. Because Drita's not young.
Not at all. And then, so Kate alludes to this earlier. Do you think this was just after the fat confessional that she says this is her strategy, or do you think this was actually her strategy going in to try to finish it as fast as possible?
Yes, knowing that a lot of people could get it right. I mean,
knowing that she won, and so knowing that she won off the fastest time, do you think she just says this because she knows she won after the fastest time?
Maybe, but I mean, I could see her going in just trying to do it quickly.
Yeah, I could see that too. And
hindsight's 2020 though.
So her and New York tie, but Kate has the fastest time pulling herself off and saving herself. So we get Kate another week, thankfully.
Yeah.
And then, so then Drita must watch reality TV.
Probably.
Specifically Big Brother.
She knew
she uses cooking as a strategy.
Yeah.
She says, she's like, I want to use cooking as a strategy.
Yeah.
They're not going to vote off whoever feeds them and all that. And so until it didn't, it led to another fight with New York.
Everything leads to a fight with New York, though, so I don't know that we can blame Drita for that. Everything you said in New York becomes a fight.
New York's like, Drita's like, you got to get up and get your own plate. I'm not serving you, New York. And it just sets New York the fuck up.
The littlest thing, she just goes,
I don't want your damn barbecue anyway. Eating that shit. And then Kate throws a dick party.
That she did.
This is highly entertaining. And then like Christine's lost that people are making alliances behind her back.
She's lost on a lot more than that.
She says she's keeping her cards close to the chest, even if she doesn't know what the cards are.
I can say with 100% certainty she has no idea what those cards are.
No idea.
Just how the game works.
She could be looking at the cards.
Yeah.
She had the cards folded over and have nothing but aces and not know what card she has.
Not know what to do with them for sure.
And then Johnny and Ashley are fucking around in the bedroom in front of Paul.
He's like, do I need to leave? Should I go? Yeah, Paul, I think you probably should.
So he goes and sleeps on a little couch right outside the room.
I go to the one downstairs or something.
And meanwhile, Johnny Middlebrooks and Ashley christen every single bed in that room. They go
and
all
the
three of the beds and in the bathroom.
Paul might want to stay on the couch.
And this is at the dick party. Also, Plain Jane and Ashley both had their tits out.
Yeah. Plain Jane had two different sizes at different times.
At different times. And then this is how far off that Christine is. So Paul and Johnny, or Johnny's the super villain.
Yeah.
and Paul is his right-hand man, and they put Plain Jane up for nomination, and Christine says, I think Plain Jane is in an alliance with Paul and Johnny.
One big smoke screen. They had two different segments of her talking to someone and then not knowing what the hell she was trying to say. But she was talking to Tom out by the pool. He was like, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're trying to say. He just straight up told her, he's like, I don't know what you're even saying.
Oh man. And then it gets to where they're campaigning in front of Drita, who's sleeping. And then New York gets pissed off because Drita's trying to sleep. They get into it with Drita again. New York and Drita get into it again for the third time in the episode. And then New York starts crying and breaks down talking about past bullying.
Yeah.
At the nomination ceremony. New York with the line of the night. There was a lot of one-liners in this. New York tells Johnny or says that Johnny wears those gloves to fist himself. Oh my God, man! New York is
no
gold.
Filters on this show.
Gold TV, man. Gold TV. Like that's why they keep bringing her back.
Yeah, that's why every season she'll be on this every season of this thing until she wins, probably.
And she's not gonna win. Like, I don't think she's capable of winning. But maybe we'll like 6 seasons down. 6 seasons down, she'll get the sympathy vote. They'll feel sorry for her, vote for her to win, maybe. And then Plain Jane gives a real emotional speech, about growing up and all those things. And New York says to keep her because she's stupid. And then she's never gonna win. Yeah. And what do you know? It worked. Because Plain Jane is evicted 5-1.
I noticed they this season it's not as harsh them getting ejected back. It used to flip them backwards.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Now they just go straight back.
But now, so Plain Jane, the second person evicted from House of Villains. Where do you like how things stand right now?
Who knows? Because nobody knows what's going on, and everyone changes their mind every 10 seconds. But Tyson, Tom, Paul, and Johnny, that's done.
Yeah, that's done.
They're split. And then everyone else is feels like they're kind of on their own. There's no other big alliances. Ashley's maybe with Johnny now. Who knows? Probably not. But it's going to get chaotic. I saw I don't know if it was like coming up next week or coming up this season. It looked like Bananas was back in the house.
Did it?
Yeah. I don't know if it was like, maybe he was like hosting a challenge, but
maybe.
So I don't know what they're going to do with that, but this show is so unpredictable and chaotic that there's
no telling what's going to happen. They did kind of, am I misremembering stuff, or did it kind of look like they were trying to allude to maybe a Tyson Sandoval riff?
Yeah, they
in next week's episode.
Yeah, they kind of tease that, but it could be one of those things. I don't know. They don't seem to try to throw us off too much on this show, as much as like the others. But yeah, Sandoval's he's a bit of a wild card. So you never know. Tyson could say one thing wrong, and it just sets him off, even if it's not wrong.
My favorite Sandoval quote of the season is they were doing something. I can't remember what it was. And he said, my manager didn't tell me about this.
Did we talk about when they were all pulling up to in the very first episode in the cars? they played Sandoval's audio of him rehearsing his line when he gets out of the car about I don't even remember what he said now, but he rehearsed it like 3 times in the car. Then he gets out and then he says the line walking up to the house.
Oh man, he is such a joke, man.
Yeah,
Sandoval, he's a wild one. Yes. A wild one. All right, man. That pretty much covers it for Survivor and House of Villains. You got anything else that we didn't cover?
Nope. I think that's about all that's going on right now.
Yeah, we got these 2 shows. I think they can carry us through close to Big Brother.
Easily.
I'm not sure. when does Survivor started a little bit late, so I mean we may not have as much downtime before Big Brother this year, right?
Yeah, it started late and there's more people. So I don't know if they're gonna have a couple, double weeks or what they're gonna do, but it could go longer.
Hopefully it goes until around Memorial Day and we just have a month off between Survivor and Big Brother, and we got to talk about format, what we want to do with the Big Brother, because there's 3 episodes a week.
Yeah, that's dude, I can't wait.
It's gonna be
so good. Yeah.
I can't wait to see that cast and what they got going there.
Yeah. We'll
and then we got the challenge coming probably this summer too, probably.
I think they're either filming now or they just finished. So I don't know when it's gonna air, but
I think I unfollowed everybody that talks about the challenge because like I've had that show ruined, like spoiled so many times.
I know. I don't know why that one's so easy to spoil. I guess they just all talk.
Yeah, I don't think it has as much what's it
yeah, they don't have like NDAs or whatever.
Yeah, strong enough NDAs like these other shows do. Because you can't get that stuff spoiled, man.
No, I hate that.
I hate it. Absolutely hate it. But yeah, look forward to next week going over episode 4. It's going to be a fantastic one on Survivor and then House of Villains. Who knows what this week's going to bring in that crazy ass show.
We'll never know with any until we see it.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll see you next Wednesday night after Survivor.
All right, man.
All right, take it easy.
Have a good one.